All right, you guys, we are doing something new here. I'm going to be doing a live every single week, and I'm calling it Tummy Time because this is for the first time moms, okay? You have your baby, they're doing tummy time. This is when you are going to watch the live. And today we are talking about getting rid of the mom butt. I recently shared a couple bit of reels that you guys are loving because we are talking about getting rid of the mom butt. We are talking about getting rid of back pain. And one thing that first time moms are going to do, they are going to carry their baby in a way that is supportive to baby and that feels the most comfortable to themselves. But the thing is, the way that you often are carrying baby is really terrible for not only your back, your glutes, so your butt, and your core. Oftentimes, a lot of moms are doing the lean back, so you get this curve in your back, and it feels good. It feels natural, right? Especially if you're holding a toddler or a bigger baby and you're swaying back and forth. It feels really natural. I find myself doing it sometimes, except the difference is I have the tool and awareness to be like, fix yourself. Where a lot of women don't know that that is actually problematic when it comes to their back and low back pain, when it comes to developing a strong core, especially postpartum, when it comes to having strong glutes, like having a nice butt. So we're going to talk about a couple of things that you can do, and I have a freebie below. So if you are watching this and you want a workout that is designed to strengthen and build your core, as well as your glutes, it is going to help you get rid of the mom butt, help you get rid of that low back pain. You need to comment mom butt, and I will send it to you. It's completely for free. Okay, let's get into the live. So a couple things you want to pay attention to when holding baby is number one, we pointed it out. So I'm going to turn to the side. If I am holding baby up here, I have got this bend in my back and my lower back is completely unsupported, okay? When you have that achy feeling when you're either sitting on the ground with baby, with the toddler, or you're standing up and doing that, it is because your lower back is not supported. Well, how do we support your lower back? We have a strong core and we have strong glutes. The only way you are going to support your lower back is by having those strong muscles and also having good posture. So anytime you are going to pick up baby, I want you to remind yourself, okay, I need to visualize a strong core. I need to roll my shoulders back and I need to have a neutral stance. And so I don't want my back like this. I want my back nice and flat, and that's going to go all the way down to your butt. We're not going to see this curve shape that we all know, we all do it, and when you're doing the rock back, okay? So it's kind of checking yourself, giving yourself little cues. Another thing I see all first-time moms doing, veteran moms, I see all you doing it. I also see people doing this when they are trying to juggle a million things coming from the car or the grocery store or what have you. You are popping your hips left and right and placing baby or bags on your hips. A couple things about this that are giving you the mom butt. Number one, right? We have your core being totally unsupported and your glutes are having to work harder. A lot of this is all about working smarter, not harder. And a lot of the first time moms are working harder, not smarter, just because you don't know that these things are actually not helping you, okay? So we want to focus on, again, having a more of a neutral stance. So I'm going to stand up here. But a lot of you will do like the hip pop this way or the hip pop this way. And again, while that feels very easy and it feels very natural, it is not helping your hips. It is not helping your core. It's not helping your glutes. So we want to come to a neutral position. We want to, when we're in the grocery store, even if you are holding baby on the side, right, you can still hold them on your hip right here, but we want to avoid doing a big dramatic pop. If you do find yourself popping out like that, just give yourself the cue. Right now that you are aware, you can notice it. We have this sort of saying, asleep, aware, awake. When you are asleep, that is previous, right? That's you not knowing that standing in certain positions is going to bother your back, is going to hurt your glute muscles, is going to give you that saggy bum, right? Now we're talking about it, so you're aware. You can be aware of these things when you're holding baby, when you're standing in line at the grocery store, when you are trying to multitask as you do. You can be aware of these little things. It's not a big dramatic change, but these changes do make a difference in the long run, especially with low back pain, especially when you are rebuilding that core postpartum. So we have posture-wise, right? Let's recap that. When you are holding baby, we want to focus on a neutral position. We want to focus on our core being nice and tight and solid. So what I want you to visualize is, let's say you have a string attached to your belly button and it's pulling through your back. Visualize that. You're going to stand up a little bit straighter. Your core is going to be engaged. That's going to allow your glutes to be engaged as well because we have better posture. Second, if we're carrying baby on hip, number one, switch sides, right? For a lot of righties, okay, I'm a fellow righty, I often carry on my left side. That is just easier so that I can have my right hand. What we want to do though is we want to switch, because you will notice hip pain on the opposite side because of how you're standing, of the weight you're carrying. It's uneven distribution. So be cognizant of switching as often as you can to your dominant side, if you will. And then again, when you're in the grocery store, when you're waiting in line, when you're multitasking, focusing on not popping the hip as much as possible is going to help. Of course, these things take time. Don't expect yourself to clue into these right away. It does take time, but now that you're aware of it, it is going to help you and you are going to notice your back pain be totally alleviated. Now, I speak from experience because along with being a nutrition and fitness coach, I am also a nanny. I've been nannying for over 10 years. And what I began to notice is when I was managing and working with more than one child, I was finding myself coming into some hip pain and low back pain because you have to multitask. So putting baby on hip and being less aware of my posture was really hurting my back at one point in time. I was like, this is so uncomfortable. My back is hurting. My hips are hurting. Now, my glutes were strong. I was aware of that. I was working out in the gym. My core was strong. But here's the thing. When your back is in pain, when your hips are in pain, it becomes significantly harder to work out, to support your body. And then what happens there? Then we stop working out. That's where the butt gets saggy. So all of these things really work together, and I do speak from experience. So the second part of getting rid of the mom butt is focusing on exercises that not only support your core, but they're also engaging to your glutes. All right, and we're not doing some crazy, 45 minutes on the stair stepper. Like, I know I see that on my TikTok feed or my Instagram feed or my Facebook feed. I see people doing some crazy stuff. And let's be real, we don't have time for that. Even if I did have time for that, I don't want to do that because it's not effective and you're just falling into like the cardio bunny realm. If we want to focus on really strengthening and lifting your glutes, so that you're like looking in the mirror and you're like, is that my butt in my jeans? Like, oh my God, look at me slaying. We want to focus on exercises that actually target your glutes. So I have put together a workout for you. It is in video form. So all you gotta do is click play on the YouTube link. I go over posture technique and I break down the workouts for you so that you can literally watch me in real time. You can mimic what I'm doing. You can pause, you can rewind, and you are going to get into a routine 1 to 2 times a week where you are engaging your core. You're working out your core, not in a way where we're doing like a million crunches, but exercises that actually work your deep core. And we're also focusing on movements that are going to fire up your glutes, right? Like you are going to feel your booty cheeks on fire, and not in a way where you're not going to be able to walk tomorrow, right? We're not doing exercises that are so intense that they leave you so sore that you can't do another workout or you're nervous to do another workout. Because I know y'all have tried some workouts where you spend all this time, you're like, I feel great, I feel amazing. And then the next day you're like, I can't even get off the toilet because my butt is so sore, right? That's not the vibe we're doing. We're going through exercises that you can do literally in like a small rectangle of space. They're nothing crazy, but they are effective, especially when we're talking about postpartum and we are talking about if you haven't been in a routine in a while. It's a great way to get you started. And I recommend when you are doing exercises and you're just starting again, that you really take things slow and you practice the movements and you get confident with the movements and you don't expect yourself to be perfect overnight, right? Especially when you do have little ones hanging around while you're working out, your workouts are going to get interrupted. Like, it's not when they get interrupted, or it's not if they get interrupted, it's when they get interrupted. And this is why I crafted the workout that I did. So you can quite literally pause the video, come back to it, and you will feel your glutes are getting a nice solid workout. You're going to feel your core is sore, but it's not in a way where you're like, oh my God, I can't move. I need to stay in bed for the next 5 to 7 business days. So this is the first in the series of Tummy Time, and we are going to be doing this once a week. Today, I really wanted to hone in on the mom butt because I've got my new freebie out. You can comment mom butt below and I will send it to you. It is an 8-minute tape, an 8-minute clip. And what you can do is work through the posture stuff. That's the first couple of minutes of the video. And then I have filmed all of the exercises. There is instructions, there is details so that you are not going to be lost, right? You see me doing the workout, and then I also voice over instructions and cues so that you feel completely supported when you are working on your glutes, your core, getting rid of your back pain and getting rid of the mom butt. I'm also going to be talking about a lot of stuff going into New Year and how to avoid the New Year's overwhelm, right? Because we all feel really motivated after the holidays. The holidays have been busy. I don't know about you, but the time between Christmas and New Year's just feels like I don't even know where I am. I am in the abyss. I am in the abyss. All I can think about is Stranger Things series finale coming out, and it's very hard to do anything else. So I have been relying on my at-home workouts that are really simple, that are easy to follow, and that are something that is going to get me real results. So with all that being said, next week we are going to be doing another live, and we are going to talk about how to beat the New Year's overwhelm and how to get started with a plan that actually makes sense and it doesn't stress you out because you've got a lot going on. So if you want the mom butt freebie, get rid of your mom butt workout routine, drop mom butt below, and I can't wait to see you all next week.